LinkedIn changed forever, and 99% of people have no clue what's happening or how it will affect them. I know this because over the last 6 years, I've managed over 6 million in spend for some of the fastest growing companies on LinkedIn. I've been behind the scenes, constantly testing what works and what doesn't. When something changes, I'm one of the first to know about it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest shifts happening to LinkedIn and show you the exact strategies and tactics that I would use to take advantage. This first point is the shock algorithm change that's made everyone's growth plans fall apart. I recently had a string of LinkedIn content guru stroke coaches contact me asking for help with LinkedIn lead generation because they'd seen their average impressions per post go from 50,000 to 1,000. The very thing they were teaching wasn't even working for them anymore, but none of them knew why. So I set about doing some research. Turns out LinkedIn rolled out a major change to its feed ranking algorithm. The update was designed to prioritize relevance over recency. This means that older posts, even ones 2 to 3 weeks old, could appear at the top of your feed if the system deemed them highly relevant to you, instead of the feed showing only the newest posts first. So the algorithm now weighs factors like your past engagement habits, your relationship to the poster, and the poster's domain expertise. This meant that all of the hack ways of faking engagement, like using pods, using AI to write posts, and spamming connection requests to gain followers, just broke. But in 2026, what does great content mean? Let me show you. Every post you make either needs to have a unique story or narrative. Safe, generic how-to content is dead. So instead of a post that says, here are the top 5 ways to achieve X result, turn that same content into a story. Think about how we've been using stories to engagingly educate each other for the entire history of human existence. Here's the framework for creating stories in posts. First, the hook is a pattern interrupt that creates curiosity. Next is the setup. You need to create context and stakes. Who's involved, what was at risk, and how that informed what they want. Then is tension. This is the uh-oh moment. What went wrong or was harder than you expected? What did you believe was true that you found out wasn't? Next is the turning point, which is the moment something changes. What did you notice or decide to do differently? What clicked? Then is the result of the action you took. Then you deliver the lesson. Finally, if you have one, you can deliver a CTA. The basic premise is give an example, then give the application of that example afterwards. This builds content that leads into the new algorithm shift. The second shift on LinkedIn makes it clear why this algorithm changed. There is no doubt that organic reach has seen a big dip. And one of the big reasons LinkedIn has intentionally done this is because they want to get more people spending money on thought leadership ads. This is a newer feature that allows you to boost content from your personal profile. So this truly signals the end for LinkedIn. Or does it? Let me show you how embracing this new ad format can easily double, triple, even 10x your inbound leads literally overnight. So take a post you've written that's worked well organically. Just ensure this post is about the core problem your target audience has. Now head to the LinkedIn Ads Manager and build out a campaign which targets your ideal customer. If you want a detailed guide that explains exactly how to do this, I have multiple guides on this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you press that button so you can avoid not being able to find your way back here in future. Now, when it comes to the ad creative, just navigate to browse existing content and find your post. Select this as your ad and launch. You now bypass all the algorithm changes and take full control of your visibility. The real value here isn't just getting your content in front of the right people, it is the ability to use what we've just done to relentlessly build trust with your target audience on autopilot, which I'll explain in a minute. But before that, how does AI automating everything sound? Good? Well, think again. Whenever I'm on a consultation call with a client, one of the main things that gets them excited is the prospect of automation and AI tools. It makes perfect logical sense. If you can do a thing 10x faster, it means you could do 10x more of it, which means 10x more result, right? Wrong. Unfortunately, as everyone finds out, it actually goes the other way. You start to automate your LinkedIn DMs. Volume goes through the roof, but you notice that almost all of it stops working. The issue is that you're not the only one that had this idea. Everyone did at the same time, and all it really did was saturate LinkedIn inboxes with slop. So I looked at our response rates from all of our recent messages and found one common theme between every response we had: personalization. The exact opposite of automation. So let me show you how you can use oversaturation on LinkedIn to your advantage. Direct messages remain the most effective way to get clients on LinkedIn. We just need to adjust the way we use them. And for this, we're going to use something called the qualifying questions method. Now, the first point of contact is to simply open the conversation. The trick here is we need to show the person that we know them. If you're dealing with a warm lead, so for example, someone who filled out a lead form, you do this by simply referencing an action they took. For example, hey name, did you get access to the free training you signed up for? If, however, this is a cold lead, you want to open with a personalized messages that references something specific they've done. Ideally, this should be framed in a way that complements them. This cannot be automated. It requires genuine research, which yes, takes more time, but also results in your response rates going through the roof as you stand out from every other message they receive with ease. Once you get a response, you can then transition to the next step of the framework, which involves uncovering if the lead has the problem you resolve. We do this with questions. The key is to help them realize they have the problem and they need external help to resolve it. Next, you ask if they actually want help with that problem. If they do, awesome, we pitch the call. But it's important this call is framed as a way to help them resolve the exact problem they literally just told you about. A few extra tips I've found that crank personalization up a few notches are to use video or audio messages. So just sending the exact same message via a voice note or by recording a Loom video proves your outreach isn't automated, and again, your response rates will dramatically rise. We've seen the impact of this increase over the last couple months. But did you know that there's still a way to automate building trust with your audience using an official LinkedIn tool 99% of people don't know about? The other day, I was on a call with a client, walking him through implementing our LinkedIn client acquisition system, the Controlled Growth Framework. If you want to know how that works or you want to apply to work with us, there are links in the description below. Anyway, he said to me that he knew about me, but was skeptical to get started. However, every time he logged into LinkedIn, he saw my face. And over time, he just felt more and more familiar with me, until he reached out to me asking if we could work together because he wanted that for his own business. I'm going to show you how I overcame his skepticism because it was all intentional and methodically planned. First, head to the LinkedIn Ads Manager and build out audiences for people who have interacted with you recently, such as website or company page visitors. Or if you're running those thought leader ads I mentioned earlier, you can also target anyone that's interacted with your ads. This is the most impactful strategy in this video. If you are not doing this, I cannot express how much you are missing out. Basically, create a bucket of people who kind of know who you are. Next, set up a campaign and target it at that exact bucket of people. Now, select text ads, and when it comes to the ad itself, just use a photo of either you, if you're founder driven, or your company logo, and a very brief summary of your offer. These ads are insanely cheap. Like, I cannot explain how insane this is. And your face or logo will be everywhere, which over time helps build the much needed familiarity which overcomes skepticism. If you want more information about how to set this up, we have videos on this channel which cover exactly how to set up these LinkedIn ads, or you can apply to work with us via the link in the description below and we'll get it set up for you. This next point is how to overcome the silent killer of all deals on LinkedIn. Now, trying to get clients on LinkedIn can feel like infiltrating a fortress. The company you want to work with is a castle. You stroll up to the gates to explain your genius solution to make their castle better, and your offer sounds so good that the king himself comes to the gates to hear your pitch. But afterwards, the king disappears and never comes back. You shout over the wall, but they just ignore you. The thing is, it all seemed so promising. So what went wrong? Well, you see, the king went back to his throne room after you spoke with him, but his peers are skeptical. They've never met you, so they inform him that this is just another hollow pitch promising the world. So the king gets talked out of the idea by his peers, and that is the end of that. This rise in skepticism is another result of the recent oversaturation of LinkedIn. So how do we resolve that issue? Well, I'm going to show you a way you can catapult your message over the castle walls and direct to every decision maker on autopilot. Now, I just spoke about remarketing, but on LinkedIn, you have the option to add companies manually by name to your remarketing campaigns. What does that mean though? Well, let's say you've just had a sales call with a highly qualified company. You know that the lengthy decision-making process is about to start. Fun. So you go and add that company name to your remarketing. Now, every time any decision maker at that company logs into LinkedIn, they'll see content about your solution. This means when internal discussions happen, everyone will be warmed up to you. The best content you can use here is case studies, testimonials, anything that builds credibility or that simply explains what you do. I have lost count of how many times this has led to new customers. I cannot stress how impactful this strategy is. Would it be useful to tie all of these changes into one simple, efficient, and effective system that could bring you a predictable stream of inbound leads? Well, this video right here shows you the system that will do exactly that. I have spent the last 6 years building it, and you can get all that knowledge from over 12,000 hours of experience for free. So I'll see you over there.